This is your WW3 news. Now, economy and commerce I want to deal with. I want to deal with a company which is called Piaggio and Company, which has their headquarters upon the Pisa, Italy. And it seems like the iconic makers of the Vespa, which this year will be celebrating 80 years. And they have been in crisis, whether it's internal or geopolitical, doesn't matter, they're in crisis. And they're going downhill. In the last 3 years, a drop in sales, drop in profits, lack of investments, absolute neglect of Pontedera. And everyone's scratching their heads, what the fucking hell's going on in this establishment. Well, ever since Roberto Colonin had died in, I think, 3 years ago, the company was valued in around about $1 billion. The whole multinational group itself. And ever since Matteo and Michele took over, the two sons of him, one used to be a politician, and the other one, who the fuck he was doing before, no one knows. When they took over, things are just going downhill and going fucking tits up. People in Cassa Integrazione, it's forecast when they're usually in peak production for July, they're sending them home on temporary leave for months and months. Someone said to me, this never ever happened in the history or even the years people worked there. And obviously, there are a few murky things. They are going to start in 2028 and even before start sacking people. You can't go on in this way. And obviously, the lack of investments, you can see it all around. Aging equipment, out-of-date products. Regarding out-of-date products, regarding the experience or development and research division of this company, in the last 10 years, it's an absolute standstill. There is no idea they're working on. Nothing. What the company decided is whoever worked in this some type of division, they move them around like this, here and there. Therefore, this place is empty. No one's doing nothing. But once, a few years ago, there were newly employed engineers. People came out from university, fresh. And mostly they were employed there. Nothing. They all went away because they didn't have nothing to do. Obviously, they found something a lot more better to do. And this is the same situation from 2015. As someone told me, the situation is a lot more worse. And it's a sign this company is falling to pieces. Some say whoever's behind it is a bunch of incompetent twats. No, this is a man-made crisis, and they are capitalising on the situation because obviously these two, they have to pay a very hefty inheritance tax in 2028. See now how much the current value of the company is worth, about $400 million, or 500, put it this way, or 600. It has lost $400 million face value in the last 3 years. Then afterwards, how the establishment behaves like a bunch of nincompoops. The last thing they signed with trade unions was this so-called 180-hour deal. The number two of the establishment said it's not in the budget. Practically, haven't got not money. It would be better to say, for now we don't sign it because times are difficult. And obviously, clearly, Matteo Michele, in some interview, who knows what some financial tabloid said, our intention is not for now to invest in Pontedera. We're more interested in China, India, or Indonesian area, which they have a joint venture there they set up last year. That is where the action is. Pontedera one day is absolutely dead. And people have got to realise this. And another reaction of a person who I'm not going to mention their name is, he was pretty angry about the other trade unions being so passive. They are a witness of this slow decline in this company. And obviously there's not much publicity about this because no one talks about it. And the future, whoever still works there, is absolutely murky. And plus, those people they take on for part-time for the high season productions, last year they stabbed in the back because they dismissed them one day before. Therefore, you would lose all your rights, which you had regarding the contract. And this year, when they called them up, you know what they said to them? The one finger, fuck you, I'm not coming. And therefore, they were so desperate that to employ unqualified labour, difficulty with the Italian language, no skills at all. Practically, seeing we have a problem like every other country in the West with immigration, mass immigration out of control. They probably crossed over the road and they see these African chaps loitering around, drinking alcoholics or on their mobile phones, and their usual Jack the Lad stuff, getting drunk and always. That's another video. And so you come, you will be. Would you like to work with us? They done an interview, and half of these people are not adapted for that type of job, like for the things I said so far. They're desperate. And probably employ those people who come off from the boats from Lampedusa. I don't think they come here for work. They come here for another motive, the easy money, like in the United Kingdom, basically. And I think I read online there was the shareholders meeting with the company. Confirmed no dividends issued this year. 0. And this shareholders meeting wasn't programmed. It was with a certain urgency. And there's probably some nervousism in that camp as well. Because you don't deliver the goods. I think the punters will see the grass more greener and other things. It's used to people making illusions and stuff like that, and saying, hopefully a miracle will save the Piaggio. No. There's even talk about probably a buyout from some Indian company. Probably those are the ones who bought Iveco. If it's the question, whoever buys it will buy at a rock bottom price. And like all buyouts, the things which they're interested in, they keep. The other things, they dismantle. So, doesn't matter whoever buys it, or we touch your balls for good luck and hoping for the future is a lot more better. No. It's an internal crisis as well as a geopolitical economic crisis to add on that. And who knows, they're on the doorstep of World War III. What better news is that? And obviously, the trade unions, those people who should defend the rights, they're not lifting a finger. They're not saying to the company what the fucking hell's going on. They're not telling the workers, here we're up shit creek, we have to do something. They are silent. And this only means one thing, they're complicit in a shit show.